saw the back half of the season was very much more emotional rather than, final 3 episodes, maybe even 4. I mean, they literally, it was all talk, and at the very last second of the episode, a big moment to bring you into the next episode.
Yeah, and I will say it was fascinating because I was, Dexter at its best was not predictable. It would shock you in the best ways. Mm-hmm. Season 6, which I think kind of is generally regarded as one of the worst seasons of the show.
Because it was predictable.
Right.
But I also think it's a turning point. Like, I think, but at a certain point, we as an audience honestly, after Trinity, I think we all started to watch the show differently, and we started to expect things, and then they had to scramble to keep up and say, I don't want you to expect this, so we're going to throw this in, and it became a different production almost.
Right, and I think season 7 pretty much did a good job of not making everything entirely predictable. Like, they did some really great things. So it was kind of surprising, but like the final episodes kind of fell into that predictability. Like, as soon as Quinn and Dev started being lovey-lovey, I'm like, dude, she's dead. Like,
but the way I look at it is like, I always feel that even if I know everything that's coming, like I read scripts, I read, I do interviews. A lot of times I know exactly what's going to happen in an episode. Yes. I want to be able to know exactly what's happening in an episode and still get something out of the episode. Because you rewatch stuff all the time.
But that's the thing. There have been absolutely pilots where I've read scripts and it's literally verbatim.
No. But
it's
what
like,
I'm saying is,
coming.
even if this is predictable, like the fact that it's predictable doesn't bother me. It's the fact that if I know exactly what's coming and I don't get anything else out of it, that's what's unfortunate.
That was my thing, where it's like, it's there are times like, again, I think we mentioned in the last podcast, it's been a day. With the Breaking Bad thing that I got spoiled on, I knew it was coming, did not take one iota away from it.
When it happens.
Was so
that's the thing. I mean, it depends on how it happens.
But I feel like with Dexter, I feel like it's so much the finale, with the exception of that final shot, and the final scene, I feel like so much of it was predictable. Like, I feel like it was not necessarily in a good way. It was predictable in a, okay, so he's going to do this. Okay, so he's going to do that. Okay.
Well, yeah, because at a certain point you have to check certain things off the list.
Yeah, but it just felt like it just, as soon, I don't know, it just felt like for me, it shouldn't have been, as soon as Deborah was in the hospital mumbling about hiking, it shouldn't have been immediately obvious, okay, well, she's clearly dying. She's got some kind of stroke, she's about to die. You shouldn't have, because my mind immediately went to, okay, she's about to have some kind of medical thing where she's going to be on life support.
Well, of course, but the characters aren't thinking that way, and so they don't want the audience to think that way until it happens. I think the problem is there wasn't enough distracting you, so you kind of noticed every little detail, and then as a smart television viewer knew exactly where it was going, and then for whatever reason it didn't hit you emotionally enough to
I would
matter.
say the best moment of the entire episode was when Michael and Jennifer, when Michael was there and he was listening to her basically his face kind of like had a breath and like the machine near the end before she brought life support. I was just like,
yeah, I mean that's
it's a
real
shame.
emotion
And
we've seen from that character.
And it's a shame that he will never get Emmy nomination, an Emmy level that he could have deserved, because earlier in the series he deserved it. There is no way in Hades.
I still think he deserved it all the way through.
Right,
I do think his role got more complicated as the years have gone on, because of the fact that the character had to realize, oh, I'm actually having emotions and I don't understand them, and it's more to process as an actor.
Right.
Having a full range of emotions as an actual human being, but not being allowed to draw on them because you're a character who doesn't know them. Like, it's that fascinates me, and like the restraint he's always shown. I feel like he's always deserved the Emmy. I don't think the show has. And I think that it's unfortunate that it's up again. I mean, its final season is with Breaking Bad's final season, and so even if you were to get nominated next year, I mean,
Jeff Daniels won this year.
Well, listen, that's a different. I mean, that's a different podcast.